back to the daily grind, and y'all know we gotta talk about this. But before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting B-word, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
The beef between Conor McGregor and Frankie Edgar'S camp or manager continues as Ali Abdelaziz revealed Conor McGregor asked the UFC to create a 165 belt when he called them. He says he thinks Dana White was born yesterday, and this is fact. Waiting for your response, Mr. Helwani. Now, he was responding to Ariel Helwani, who said it might be time to take away Ali Abdelaziz's phone when he called Conor McGregor a prostitute. Yep, he did. I know that came out of nowhere, but he called Conor McGregor a prostitute, and he continues to, but Conor McGregor started this. You gotta, he didn't just come out of nowhere to calling Conor a prostitute. Conor came out of nowhere and said, I offered to save UFC 222, step in and fight Frankie Edgar on short notice, but the UFC didn't have enough money, so they told me nah. And so Ali Abdelaziz is like, yo, you're full of shit. You did not want any smoke with Frankie Edgar. Now, Frankie Edgar is Ali Abdelaziz's manager, as I said, and he said if you wanted to fight Frankie Edgar, you could have had the fight 2 years ago. You didn't want the fight, so don't act like you were willing to, save the card now. And a lot of people, are saying if Conor, was willing to step in and fight Frankie Edgar on short notice, then why isn't he willing to defend his belt? You know what I'm saying? And it could be the same reasons, financially. I mean, I don't really, unless Conor McGregor got that piece of the pie that he was asking for, he wanted a piece of the company, why would he be like, you know what? Forget all of those negotiations. Let's fight Frankie Edgar on short notice, unless he already had that piece or his negotiations secured, But negotiations, though, have been going well between Conor and the UFC, so maybe they have got that worked out. We don't know. But we also don't even know if what Ali Abdelaziz is really, what he's saying here is true. He's alleging this, and I don't think he would just be saying this out of his ass, even though it is a possibility. But there has been fighters calling for this 165-pound division. Some lightweight fighters, you have to think, in between 155 pounds and 170 is a 15-pound jump. Normally between 125, 135, 145, 155, it's only 10. So the guys that go up to 170, a lot of people are just that much more undersized because it's a 15-pound difference. But that's where that starts to happen. I mean, you do have a 185-pound division, which is another 15-pound jump, then 205, 20 pounds, and then all the way up to 265 heavyweight. But that's because if you start making a division every 10 pounds, you start to make the divisions weaker. I mean, and I mean, that's the case that you hear, but when you look at the light heavyweight division and let's say the heavyweight division, those are already two of the least stacked divisions in the UFC, you could say. I mean, the guys at 10 through 15 in the heavyweight division and 10 through 15 in the light heavyweight division, you know what I'm saying, are probably worse on paper or skill-wise than when you look at the killers in the fucking middleweight or the welterweight division. So people say if you were to add another division in between 205 and heavyweight, then that would make both of those divisions even weaker. So you can see that happening in other divisions. If you make a 165-pound division, there's going to be some guys from 170 that go there, some guys from 155 that go there, which essentially makes both of those divisions weaker. So even though some fighters are pushing for it, and the reasons they give usually involves weight cutting, you know what I'm saying? It's a size thing because, some fighters have a hard time making 155, but they feel they can barely make it. So they're like, I gotta make it because if I go to 170, I'm gonna be too small for the division. So they feel like if they open up a 165-pound division, then they'd be better off. But that's not necessarily the case. Some people provide the argument that if you have a division every 10 pounds, or if you make another division, people are just going to cut 5 more pounds. You know what I'm saying? It can work both ways. Some people are going to, in the new division, cut more weight to make it to these divisions, and some people, it is going to help. So either way, Ali Abdelaziz is saying Conor McGregor has now also joined the ranks amongst fighters that have asked to create this division. And, Conor McGregor wants all the belts. He said it, and if, this could be part of negotiations. Hey, you want Tony and Khabib to fight for my belt? You're going to strip me? Well, then I want to fight for another belt, 165, or if you're going to strip me, I still want to be a champion. How about you just present me this 165-pound belt because I'm Conor McGregor and I'm a motherfucking champ. So, you know what I'm saying? Or let my next fight be for that belt. What about Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz 3 for the 165-pound inaugural title? Ooh, never thought about that. That sounds like something that might actually fucking come to fruition out of nowhere, because the UFC's talked about adopting new weight classes. Fighters have talked about it. Now Conor's asked about it, according to Ali Abdelaziz. And if Conor does get stripped, hey, I'm not coming back and fighting unless it's for a title. And I want to fight Nate too. 165-pound title. Fuck it. Let's do it. I don't know, man. It all sounds like a shit show to me. But hey, this is the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Circus. So with that being said, it is what it is. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.